Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Iliana here, and if you're already part of this wonderful family, thank you so much for continuing to watch and to support. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little chit chat. Get ready with me, bridal transformation. Now, I'm going to be taking you through the entire full face of my makeup. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time that I upload. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, and let's just go ahead and jump into it because it's going to be a long one. So grab a snack and your brushes and let's start transforming. Hold up. I am wearing a shirt. It is like a off-shoulder shirt, but it's there. Okay, so if you guys have been part of my YouTube journey and you guys already be watching my YouTube channel, then you know that I rarely ever do my brows on camera, but I wanted to take you guys through a full transformation today, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the brows. I'm basically just gonna be doing a bridal makeup today. I don't think I ever really posted it on my social media, my public social media actually, but my boyfriend of 8 years did finally proposed to me. It only took him 8 years. I'm so excited to be planning our wedding finally. It's like such a magical experience. I mean, I'm basically gonna just share my story with you guys of how it came about, our story, and all that good jazz. I'm gonna do my best to kind of go back and forth between talking about what I'm doing to my face and also updating you guys on what's been going on. Basically, we have been dating for 8 years, like I mentioned. Whenever I spoke about my boyfriend, I would always just call him my husband because we do live together. We do have 2 kids together. We have our own house, so I do tend to refer to him as my husband. And we're basically married without the paperwork. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. pomade and my Anastasia brush. Let's just take this back 8 years. So we started dating 8 years ago. We are currently 24 years old, so this was back when we were like 16 years old. 2 little high school kids that never really thought about the future, I guess. Fast forward 8 years later, we have 2 kids together, we have a house together, so why on earth did it take him so long to propose to me? Back in the day when we were dating, I always said that I did not want to get married. I never wanted to get married, but I did want to have kids, is what I would always tell him. In my opinion, marriage was just like pointless. I just felt like marriage was a piece of paper that just determines that half your stuff is technically owned by the other person. Yet again, keep in mind, I was only 18, 19 years old when I had this conversation. He always felt like it was something that I didn't want. I finished concealing my brows and I prepped my lids. I know it looks a little crazy, but you guys know my girl Alma Rivera, she has a YouTube channel also. She always uses electric tape. I used to always make fun of her for using this, but one day my future husband had it lying around and I didn't have any more tape, so I went ahead and I just grabbed it. And actually it works so much better than regular tape. I have to tell you, it's so much more gentle on the eyes. Now for my eyes, I'm going to be using the Morphe 39S palette. Lots of neutrals, lots of shimmers, lots of gold. So I never really saw myself getting married just because, like I said, it was just a piece of paper to me. Marriage was not a big deal, but obviously we really cared about each other. We really wanted to be together. So he ended up getting me a promise ring and said that one day, you know, things were going to work in our favor and we were going to end up getting married. Fast forward a couple years, we turned 21 years old and we end up finding out that we're pregnant. So I had my daughter at 21. Marriage obviously came up when we found out we were pregnant, but I always told him that I didn't want to marry someone just because we were having a baby. I told him I wanted him to ask me to marry him because he really deep down wanted me to be the person that he spent the rest of his life with. It wasn't just because we had a baby together. So that's what I told him, and he kind of, you know, took that at heart, I guess, and we ended up just living together. We bought a house shortly after she was born. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a deeper shade of brown and just kind of blend it in the outer. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut my crease. I went off camera to do that because I wanted to do it quickly. Obviously, we have a full face to do, so I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I'm going to grab a flat brush, spray it with a little bit of this Yes to Ultra Hydrating Mystified, and I'm going to go ahead and just spray the brush head just a little bit, and I'm going to be dipping into this glitter shade that's down here in this palette and placing that in the cut crease. So before I do that, I'm going to take a little bit of this champagne shade that is right next to it, placing that underneath, and then I'm going to top it off with some of that pink glitter shade. Because it is a pressed glitter, sometimes it doesn't always stick as easily, so I want to make sure that I have like some sort of color underneath. So I guess an urge started to really kick in that I wanted to get married, and I would kind of hint it to him and just like bring it up in conversations that we would have. I guess that he started to kind of pick up on the hints. All right, I was gonna go for a more natural bride look, but probably for my own wedding, I'm not gonna look very natural. I really want like a pop, like in your face cut crease probably. So yeah, so I started hinting him. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up that cut crease just a little bit because that glitter was a little messy, but that's okay. And then we're just gonna kind of blend it out. But then I started to get older and wiser and more mature, and I started to really think about my future and my kids' future, and really just being in the presence of God. I wasn't really pushing it because I didn't want to be like that person. It's not something that like happened. It's not like we had a conversation and then the very next day he like proposed to me. It was a conversation that we had since pretty much our daughter was born, almost 3 years ago. So okay, so I went ahead and just really intensified that liner. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, throw on some mascara, and then throw on my falsies, and then I'll be right back. I put my mascara on, threw on some lashes. This is what the finished eye look is looking like, and we're going to move on to the face makeup. I'm going to be starting off with my Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Eye Treatment, and I actually got this in my BoxyCharm, and I also did already moisturize my face. All right, now my skin's going to start to get red because I have super sensitive skin and I keep touching my face, but we're going to be moving on to the face makeup. So going in with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This is pretty much, everybody keeps saying it's a dupe for the Milk Primer, and it really does make your makeup last a long day. So of course, if it's your wedding day, you really want to make sure that your makeup is lasting all day, girl. So we're gonna just add that pretty much in the perimeters of the face. Usually you guys know I like using my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, but today I'm going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be going in with the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. This is what this one looks like. So I decided to go ahead and grab this one and to kind of switch up the products that you guys see me constantly using on my channel. So we're going to just kind of place that in the T-zone, on the chin, and right on the cheeks. And I have like a really bad eczema breakout right here around my nose because I'm constantly blowing my nose. So ignore that. We're gonna color correct her just a little bit. With the LA Girl Pro Conceal, this is in the green, and this is gonna really just help to cancel out any redness that we have in the face, right in the nose area, because that's where I have my biggest like redness issue, and just a little bit right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that in, and in the meantime I'm gonna keep on talking. So for our 8-year anniversary, we really didn't have any plans as far as I was aware of. I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe Fluidity. This is in the shade 1.120. So all right, now let's finish the story. I thought we didn't really have plans, and then he kind of let me know last minute, hey, get ready, let's go out for dinner. Let's take Ensley. When he told me we're going out on a date and get ready, get, you know, the baby ready and whatever, I was like, okay, like what are we doing? So to me, it was not like a huge like what's going on. I already knew, like, obviously it's our anniversary, we're gonna go out for dinner. So Gonna go in with our e.l.f. Camo Concealer. You guys already know this. I love this concealer. This is in the medium peach shade. And then we pull into the parking lot of the restaurant where we actually went on our very first anniversary 8 years ago. Then things started to get a little weird as far as the way that he was acting. He was acting unusual, not like himself. To me, it was a little weird that he was not really eating much. I'm going to be setting my under eye and the rest of my face with my e.l.f. Soft Luminous HD powder. And I didn't really think much of it because I was like, I don't know, maybe his stomach really does hurt and he just doesn't feel good. So I was finishing up my dinner, and what ended up happening was that he ended up taking the baby out of the high chair, and I was like, what are you doing? If you guys are parents and have toddlers or children at all that are sitting in high chairs, taking them out of a high chair during dinner is like the worst thing that you can do, because then they just don't want to go back in the high chair. Once he takes her out of the high chair, he begins to tell Ensley, our daughter, to give mommy her anniversary present. So it was like a little piece of paper. The note said something within the lines of, you know, thank you for being the best mommy, thank you for making me waffles in the morning, thank you for this, thank you for that. Basically saying thank you for everything that I do here at home for her and for him. And then at the end of it, oh my god, I'm gonna get emotional. And then at the end of the note, it says, but Daddy has a really important question to ask you. Whew, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. I can't explain to you guys how much I love this man and how much we have been through within the last 8 years. Like, it's just crazy. And to think that, like, I'm getting emotional. Stop it. Try to like get through the rest of my makeup without ruining it, but I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Forever Sun Kissed bronzer and just bronze up the face a little bit and do a slight contour. When I began to read that last sentence in the note, I had a very strong feeling. I knew what was about to happen. I look over, I was still looking down at the note, and then when I look up, I see him on one knee, and he's asking me to marry him, and he gave me my ring. He pulls out the ring and says, you know, will you marry me? So I start bawling, and of course I accepted, and that was that. So that is why he was extremely nervous during dinner and going crazy, because he said that his stomach was turning, that he was just like all over the place, didn't know what to do, and was just like super, I guess, nervous, because like it's a big deal. We've been together forever. We kind of knew that we were gonna have this happen, but we just never really imagined the day that it really would. Going in with my Makeup Revolution Peach and Glow, but I'm just like so happy. I can't even explain to you guys. It's almost been a decade that we've been together, and it just feels like incredible to know that we've made it this far, thinking back at everything that we've been through, all the struggles, all the, you know, everything, because that's what a true love story goes through. It goes through so many obstacles, and just to think that we've been through all of that and so much more and are here today. For those of you who do know me personally, know that there's just so much going on within, you know, my personal life right now. It was just like bad news after bad news. So I'm trying so hard not to get emotional. But it's been one heck of a year. I can say that's the least. And I'm just like so grateful that this is like finally feeling like the light at the end of the tunnel is starting to shine through. Going in with the iconic London Prep Set and Glow. This has been like my absolute favorite thing right now. I use this like every single day. And then I'm going to be going in with my Ofra highlighter. This is in the shade Rodeo Drive. This is probably one of the most poppin' highlights that I know. You have to shine like a diamond, because of course we all know, of course, the groom has, you know, a big part in a wedding, but everybody looks at the bride. Okay, so I'm going to be using the lip pencil. This is from NYX in the shade London. It's one of their matte suede pencils. Okay, so my camera ended up dying because I have been sitting here talking for literally over an hour now. But all I did was I went ahead and I put the liner that I started using before my camera died, and then I threw on my Gerard Cosmetics nude lipstick. And then right on top of that, I threw on some lip gloss. This is the I Heart Revolution in the shade Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a cute little gloss. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my sob story. I was sitting here trying not to get emotional. This is so cute. I really like how this ended up coming out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. As always, I will see you guys in my future videos. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.